A scorching afternoon to President, Toastmasters, members and guests. Welcome to SG Online Speech Marathon for March. And I would like to welcome everyone today for the second half afternoon session of the Speech Marathon. Before we start, let me introduce myself. I'm Alicia Chia, and I'm from two Toastmaster clubs. First is Singapore Online SG Toastmaster Club. I'm the treasurer, and I'm also the president of Whampoa Toastmaster Club from Singapore. I'm very happy to host the speech marathon today. And I'm even more happy to let everyone know we have a very exciting speech marathon today. And there are just some minor changes. We have some speakers that move from the morning session to the afternoon session. That makes our afternoon session slightly longer and more entertaining. We have at least slated up 12 speakers. And the speakers are from the region, Singapore, China, India, and we also have evaluators from Singapore, China, and India as well. And this speech marathon, the main purpose of it is to help our Toastmasters members locally and internationally to complete the advanced manual, because by June it will be closed and only the pathways will be allowed. So once again, I thank everyone for participating in this afternoon session, and without much ado, I would like to start the first part of the program, which is the speaking segment. The first speaker is Toastmaster Grace Lin. Grace Lin comes from China, Fuzhou A+ Toastmaster Club. And she will be embarking on the presenting her speech from the Presentation Mastery Level 1, Project 1, Icebreaker. Her speech title is Discover True Self, and it's from 4 minutes to 6 minutes. I would also like to call on her evaluator to give us a short introduction on the purpose statement for her project speech.
Sure.
Her evaluator, Aaron Toastmaster, DTM Aaron Ting.
Hi, yes. So for the icebreaker speech, there's just one very simple purpose, and that is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And she has 4 to 6 minutes to deliver her speech. All the best, Grace.
Without much ado, let's welcome Toastmaster Grace Lin.
Today, I'm going to talk about discovering true self. G.K. Chesterton once said, "One may understand the cosmos, but never the ego. the self is more distant than any star. Thus, life is a journey of unrelenting efforts to discover the true self. It took me quite a while to finally discover myself, and it is worthwhile. When I was young, my parents always told me to study hard. They would punish me if I did badly and reward me if I did well at school. I was diligent and got great academic results. I went to university and studied marketing. However, I didn't choose this major because I was passionate about it. Instead, I chose marketing because I was told it is popular. So you see, university major is the first significant choice in my life, but I didn't really give it much thought or explore the true self. After I graduated, I became an English teacher in a language training school. I teach students how to pass IELTS tests and pursue their study and dreams abroad. I like this job. I was qualified for it. It was nicely paid. On top of that, my colleagues were super nice. So I kept doing this job for a few years. Of course, there were bad things about this job. I got only 1 day off every week. Yeah, that's right. And deep down in my mind, I hoped to get more career advancement. Anyway, it seemed to me that my life was all right. It might not be a very good one, but it was okay. I didn't bother to change anything. So again, I was not paying attention to the true self. It was not until last year that I started to discover some more of myself. Something unpleasant happened during work and forced me to think about what I truly desire. I hope to take more responsibilities at work and maybe become a team leader, rather than just fulfilling teaching tasks every day. So I decided to quit and find a new job. I revised my resume, updated it on some job hunting websites, and did a few job interviews. Now I work as a chief executive. Now I work as an assistant to a chief executive officer. This new job gives me more responsibilities, and I am required to do things on a company strategy level. It also greatly boosts my confidence because I know that I can not only be a teacher, I can do so many different things. And I feel joyful because I really listen to my inner voice and follow my desire. Now, as I look deeply into myself, I realize how twisted my mind was. Most of the time, I just waited for good things to come to me rather than try hard to get them. Once I discover the true self, I feel peaceful. I decide not to hide my true aspirations anymore and be brave to embrace all the possibilities and challenges in my life. And that is why I joined a Toastmaster club, and I am delivering this icebreaker speech right now. Because I think it is the perfect place for me to connect with smart people, practice my leadership and communication skills. And most of all, I will be true to myself from now on. And I hope that everyone would start to really discover yourself. Thank you. Toastmaster.
Thank Thank you, Toastmaster Grace Lin.
Thank you.
What a wonderful speech about self-discovery. It's very important to listen to your inner voice and not let the external environment influence you over-influence you. You can have it as a guide, but at the end of the day, you need to listen to your inner voice. That is what I'm also trying to do. And it's a real challenge, but it will open up more doors for you.
Thank you.
So next up, we have another speaker, Toastmaster Dr. Rong Gao from First Fuzhou Toastmaster Club, China. And Toastmaster Dr. Rong Gao will be presenting a speech from the Dynamic Leadership Project 3, Level 3, Project 1. Negotiate the best outcome. And his speech title is Cooking or Reading. Now, let us welcome his evaluator for his speech. Oh no. I think there's a bit of mixed up in the evaluator. Who is supposed to evaluate Rong Gao? Because anyway, I will read out his.
I can be the evaluator.
Okay. All right. Let's invite President DTM Willie Low to share with us the project purpose statement for his project. Welcome, President Willie.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. The purpose of the project, Level 3, Project 1, negotiate the best outcome. Is there a speech about the past or upcoming negotiation? The negotiation must be one that the speaker has participated in or will participate in. The speech content is supported by the staff, persuasive, humorous, informality of others. Over back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
So let's welcome Toastmaster Rong Gao with his speech title, Cooking or Reading? Cooking or Reading? Toastmaster Rong Gao, over to you.
I couldn't see my picture, but anyway, I will start now. This Chinese New Year was very different. All business was closed. No restaurant sold the takeaway food. No maid was available to come to my house to do the housework. Usually, the Chinese New Year is only 7 days holiday, but this year it was 16 days, 24 hours staying at home. I still felt I was in short of time because I had to cook 3 meals for the family while trying to managing to read 4 books at the same time. Cooking or reading? That's the most frequent question I ask myself daily. Cooking is important. Reading is important. Cooking provides the food for our stomach. Reading provides the nutrition to help our mind. Cooking benefits yourself while benefits the whole family. Reading improves my philosophy. If my world is right, if I'm right, my world will be right. Cooking or writing, they could not persuade each other. Can I do cooking and reading together? After 2 days, I feel exhausted. I experienced the fatigue physically. I understood it was impossible for me to challenge mentally, to turn on and to read any books. Cooking or reading, what can I do with you? Let's cooperate. Let's ask for help. So I call for the first family meeting. Here's my husband, my son. I told them my long list plan, to-do list. And then my son said, I had to study 14 hours per day because I had the national contest for Brain V 10 days later. I need to go to Singapore to attend the SAT on March 14th. And I had the biology contest, Olympia contest in April, and AP test in May, and the SAT subject test in June. I'm extremely busy. Then my son and I turned to my husband. He seems has nothing else to do except to watch his cell phone all day long. He was the last straw to say out from the flood of the housework. My husband's mind was as clear as the cucumber. He didn't do addition to make his plan the longest among us. Instead, he did subtraction. I can drop my breakfast. 2 meals will do for me. I don't need 3 courses meal every day. A bowl of noodles or 2 dozens of dumplings will make me full. If we keep the door and the window open, the house will be hygienic enough, not necessary to do cleaning every day. I saw my son keep nodding his head. I felt so lonely. Cooking or reading. Why? I should cook for the whole family. Because you are the wife and mom. But he's the husband and father. You cook best, but he could learn to improve his cooking. Cooking or reading. What can I do? Suddenly, the firecracker in the desert street reminded me this was Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year. It's supposed to be the happiest moment of the year. Chinese New Year is supposed to be the most fortunate beginning of the year. Oh, I do understood there was very dangerous, contagious thing around China. I do understood. The emotions spread fast at home. If I write, my world will be right. Cooking or reading, how can I do both? Technology will help. So I downloaded the Audible book to my cell phone. While I cook, I could still read the book. On the 5th day, my husband said, he rested long enough at home. He decided to go out to work as the volunteer. I was shocked and became speechless, but my son burst out exclamation and said how proud he felt for his father. On the 7th day, my husband said he could bring back home the carried out food as the lunch and supper for us, but I still need to cook the breakfast. I feel highly appreciated. 2 weeks later, my husband found the maid to completely take off the housework load from my shoulder. Till now, the life seems going to the right channel. In retrospect, I find out how big challenges we are facing and how the big challenges all Chinese faced. But we need to be positive. We can conquer any obstacles. We need to be supportive to others, just like we do in Toastmasters. This world will be better and better. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster ACG, Dr. Rong Yao. That was a very interesting speech. In this kind of times where we have COVID-19, we are always stuck between 2 choices, cooking or reading. Very interesting. These 2 activities, I feel that it's like existing or living. It depends on what is the thing that is existing for you and what's the thing that's living for you. It could be you like cooking, you like reading. But because we live in a world of technology, we could use IT to have best of both worlds, and we can balance it. So thank you for that wonderful speech, Dr. Rong Gao. And we'll move on to the next speaker. The next speaker is Toastmaster Yolando Yang from Go Beyond Toastmaster Club, China.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon.
And she will be speaking from the Team Collaboration Pathway Manual, Project 1, Level 1, Project 2, Evaluation and Feedback. So her speech title is Self-Serving Bias. And let us welcome her evaluator, Margaret Low from Singapore, AIA Toastmaster Club, to present the purpose statement. Over to you, Margaret.
Thank you, Alicia. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Yolando. The purpose of your project is for you to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for you to demonstrate what you have applied, the feedback received from. Okay, I'm sorry. So you're doing your first speech, right? Of the 2?
The second.
The second. So you already have feedback from your earlier speech. Right, okay, that's wonderful. You may need to send me your feedback first before you begin, then I can evaluate your speech based on your feedback. You'll be able to do that?
So I will send to you.
Yes, please. Do you have it with you now? Can you
put it
in the share screen or chat?
Chat. Put in the chat, Margaret.
Yeah, put it in the chat for me, please.
Okay, I have sent to you.
All right.
In Chinese, okay.
Okay, now I need a translator for that. Okay. Gerald Ong, do you want to be my translator? Okay, how do I retrieve it now? You put it in the chat, huh? Do I retrieve it from Dropbox?
Ooh.
How do I pull out the material that Yolanda has sent me? Somebody?
What file format? What link is it? Yolanda, what link is it?
Yolanda, how did you send it? Yolanda, can you tell us how you send the information?
Alice, sorry, your name?
Margaret.
What's your name?
Margaret. Is my name in there?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, PE3, PE3.
Yeah. Ah, okay, I see that. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, you can start now. Thanks, Yolanda. I got it.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yolanda Yang from Go Beyond Toastmasters Club. My speech name is Self-Serving Bias. Having a bad meeting with a potential client, as a project manager, I have lost opportunity to bid. I said, it is our competitors who hack us behind our backs. If this project goes well, I will consider my work ability outstanding. I was late. I said, sorry, the rain is too heavy and the road is too congested. Somehow, the alarm clock did not ring. If I am early, it is because I'm disciplined and serious about my work. I complain when I fail, and I enjoy glory when I succeed. Is there someone like me around you? Attribute good results to one's own talents and efforts, and bad results to external factors beyond one's control, such as bad luck and uncooperation of others. This is a very powerful human bias. Social psychology called it self-serving bias. Next, I will show you two typical forms of expression. First, when people compare themselves to others, they tend to think they are better than others. Research shows that most people think they are more ethical, more competent, more friendly, smarter, more handsome or beautiful, more embarrassed, healthier, even more insightful, and more objective about their self-evaluation than the average person. Most people think it will be better in the future. According to a survey, 70% of wives think their meals are made by themselves, while 56% of husbands think they cook more. So there is a group in which each member evaluates their contribution to the group by more than 100%. Second, people tend to believe too much in themselves and show blind optimism about the future. For example, people tend to believe that they are more likely to find a good job and get a high salary, where negative experiences such as workplace change and illness are more likely to happen to others. Some parents extend blind optimism to their children, who think their children are better and have more potential than others. What's the function of self-serving bias? First, it helps us fight depression and relieve stress. Second, it allows us to enjoy the good things in life to the fullest. Third, self-serving bias can also have a detrimental effect, depriving us from opportunities for learning and improvement, leading to blaming others or feeling undeserved and feeling sorry for ourselves. For example, if a person loses his job, he may say, the economic situation is not good. The boss does not appreciate talents, or he is biased against me. without reflecting on whether he has a problem. In fact, that's who I am. One foreigner said, self-serving bias is like 2 balls of cotton in our ears of conscience. Even if the truth is facing you and shouting, you can't hear it either. We're all real people, and none of us can avoid these natural biases that are inherent in our biology. So, how to overcome self-serving bias? First, I'm at fault and I'm indeed responsible for something. I won't excuse myself. Learn to reflect and make up for it as soon as possible and offer suggestions for improvement next time. Second, draw a chart before each task. Assign 1%, 100% to all human factors, and then take responsibility or accept rewards according to this ratio. For example, my plan accounts for 30%. The project manager's performance accounts for 40%, and the competitor's performance accounts for 30%. Whether I fail or succeed, I will take the punishment or take the reward. It is unlike skill. In this way, self-serving biases are suppressed. Okay, that's for my speech. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yolanda. Next up, we have our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Alma Liang. Alma Liang, I believe she's from China as well, and she will be speaking from the Pathway Visionary Communication Manual, and it's on the project level 3, project 1, develop a communication plan. Let us welcome the 4th evaluator for her speech, DTM Aaron Leong, to present the project purpose statement. Let's welcome DTM Aaron Leong.
Hello, I did send you a private message, Alicia. If you actually check the private message, you will notice what I was saying. I was saying that you can help me save the project objective because my phone may not last.
Oh,
you help me save it.
Problem.
Thank you.
Sorry, didn't see.
Alma is not in the meeting.
Oh, Alma is not in the meeting. Okay. In that case,
I have a way to.
we will move to the next speaker. The next
it is.
speaker is Toastmaster Fiona Lin. Toastmaster Fiona Lin is from First Fuzhou Toastmaster Club, China. And she'll be presenting her project speech from the Presentation Mastery Pathway, Level 3, 14, for understanding vocal variety. So her evaluator will also be DTM Aaron Leong, and I will read. Okay.
I'm doing P5. I'm doing her evaluation. Rona has. I'm taking her.
Right. Okay. We will welcome DTM Gerald Ong to present the project purpose statement. Over to you, DTM.
Yes. Okay, thanks, Alicia. Purpose statement of this project is for members to practice using vocal variety to enhance a speech. Over to you, Alicia.
All right. The Toastmaster Fiona Lin, a speech title is I Love Toastmaster. I love Toastmaster Fiona Lin. Over to you, Fiona.
Alicia, just for information, just check whether the speaker is here. I think Willie said that the speaker is not here. Unmute
Fiona is
yourself.
here. Fiona is still here. Fiona is still here. Fiona, you can go and speak when you're ready. Hi, Fiona, are you here? Fiona?
Can I request that we move on to speaker 6, and if she joins us, we slot her in next.
Have to. Yeah, move to speaker 6.
All right, since ready, let's move on to speaker 6. Speaker 6 is Toastmaster Ella Chen. She's from Fuzhou Leadership Mandarin Putian FBU Toastmaster Club. And she will be presenting from the Innovative Planning Pathway, Level 2, Project 2. Connect with your audience. So let us welcome the 6th evaluator, Toastmaster Angela Lansbury, to present the project purpose statement. Over to you, Toastmaster Angela.
Angela, paging for Angela.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you and Happy Easter as well. I would like to introduce Ella's project. Her project is to speak to an audience about a subject they don't know anything about and to introduce it into such a way that they understand it. That is her challenge. Please welcome Ella.
Toastmaster Ella Cheng's speech title is Fight for Fuzhou. Fight for Fuzhou, Ellen Cheng.
Everyone can hear me? Okay. Do you know about the district conference? Anyone know about district conference? You can type in the chat box. Okay, and also yes. You know about conference, the conference is the most exciting part for some members because they even though that's the club's daily times. But in conference, they will know about district level contest, workshops, and gala dinner in District 89. That is a great chance to social yourself. And for Fuzhou, why I fight for Fuzhou? Because I fight for Fuzhou conference. That is, I am the job hopper to Fuzhou. That means Fuzhou is extremely city for me in 2016. But I came here to have the support from the members, and I could have a chance to expand my vision of Toastmaster, also expand my vision of career. So I think it's a time to do something big. And at the chance, I got the ticket chair of Chongqing conference in 2018. So that is a day we have COT, Club Officer Training, and we promote for conference ticket. I just raised up one question, that is, Fuzhou is a city with almost 10 years history of Toastmasters. And we have 5 clubs here, very excellent performance every year. Why not Fuzhou to have a chance to fight or campaign for Fuzhou conference? I suppose there will be 2022 because that is just a plan. And I have another chance that is because that time we went to Chongqing conference and one of my Toastmaster friends just told me that, Ella, you know, I want to hold a conference in Xiamen, but Xiamen just hold twice. So people are not not that kind of patient to hold another conference in Xiamen again. But for Fuzhou, this is your first time. Maybe you will have a chance to fight for Fuzhou in Chongqing conference. This question just raised up 1 week ahead of Chongqing conference. We just use this very quick action. We just send this suggestion to our division director, and the division director just transfer our idea to the district. Next day, they approved our apply of host list. So we have a chance to campaign with Maoming City that time in 2018 Chongqing conference. So you will see that we have a chance to stand in front of 500 person Toastmasters in Chongqing conference to fight for Fuzhou. You know the result, we failed. But the result just impressed me a lot because we only have 12 tickets left than the Maoming. So the Maoming conference just have the chance to hold District 89 conference this year, 2020. Even though it's because of virus, they just cancel the conference. So Fuzhou will have a chance to fight for another year. So next year in 2019, we told Maoming conference that we will come back. And this year, and that means last year, 2019, we have a chance to well prepared, not only 1 week, but the whole year to prepare. Here, I would like to share you our preparation about Fuzhou conference. We made a series of postcards about Fuzhou cities and food. We also have the club banners, every club. That time we have 7 clubs in Fuzhou. Also, we have club members to design a t-shirt, present Fuzhou map in front of the t-shirt, and we go to the Huizhou conference. I can show you the pictures if you can see me. Can you see the pictures? We have a whole team behind me to support we apply for Fuzhou conference. So why and what we learned from the day we proposed for Fuzhou conference. That is, well, we are powerful and we are the way we want to make it. So fight for Fuzhou. In some meantime, this is not about Fuzhou, make Fuzhou voice out to let the District 89 to know this is city. This is a city that always has been 2,200 years old history. And we also have these members around here to support everyone. So fight for Fuzhou, for me, also fight for myself, to let everyone, not only the Toastmasters, to know Fuzhou, but to know about myself. So I also have another chance to get in touch with Darren, the Najaya Hetaria Chichi. I also have this kind of chance because of Fight for Fuzhou, have a time to chat with them 3 hours personally conversation. So here, I would like to invite all of you, fight for yourself, even voice out yourself in Toastmasters, you will benefit. And welcome all of you, come to Fuzhou 2021 in May. Thank you. Back to Toastmasters, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ella Chen, for the inspiring speech, Fight for Fuzhou. Indeed, you have inspired all of us to fight, not only for Fuzhou, for ourselves, to have the courage in this COVID-19 era. I'm happy to say that our Toastmaster Fiona Lin is back, and we will let her do her speech. So I'd like to welcome Fiona. Fiona Lin is from First Fuzhou Toastmaster Club, China. And she will be speaking on the project. Just give me a minute. And she will be speaking on from the presentation mastery level 3, project 14, understanding vocal variety. So let us have, I think her evaluator already did the short introduction. So without much ado, I will welcome Toastmaster Fiona Lin with a speech title, I Love Toastmaster. I love Toastmaster Fiona Lin. Over to you, Toastmaster Fiona.
Yes, I'm here. Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Fiona. Today, I want to share my president journey in Toastmaster. To be honest, I came to Toastmaster at the beginning just for practicing my English. I never expected to be an officer. However, I became a VPN very soon. Now, I'm a president. To be honest, at the beginning, I was at loss. Now, I'm gradually adapting to these duties. The process is really hard, but I do benefit a lot from it. Now, I fall in love with Toastmaster. Why? Let me share you with my stories. Firstly, I was touched by Toastmaster spirit, neutral help. I am surprised that Toastmasters give me a helping hand without any hesitation when I'm in trouble. When I was just became a president, I encountered many problems, such as changing places where we hold our meeting, low motivation of our members, insufficient officers, and so on. I was nervous. After asking Toastmasters for help, officers in districts gave me a lot of help. I could clearly remember some presidents spent more than 1 hour communicating with me and sent me a bunch of files. I could clearly remember my officer team put forward many useful suggestions. And I was really touched. You know, all of us are really busy. However, after work, they spend their energy and time helping me. What is really precious friendship? With the guidance of these right people, I'm not nervous. I know what to do and what to expect for. And now I'm also ready to help other Toastmasters to inherit Toastmaster spirit, mutual help. Secondly, I realized the importance of cooperation in Toastmaster. As a leader, what is the most important is collaborate all the team officers. You know, running a club is not easy. We need to consider pathway education, mentor education, publicity, recruiting members, and other countless detailed problems. There are only 6 officers in our team. However, with the guidance and the cooperation, each of us is active and responsible. In addition to their own private duties, we also initiated some other activities, such as establishing pathway data tracking tables, making some English daily attendance activity, creating our club song, and so on. In online officer team meeting, our officers negotiated with each other, expressed their feelings, and then they took actions. In their Thai voice, I could feel their initial heart. I saw our officers working together for the same goal, to build our club better. I saw the growth in our officer team. Meanwhile, I got precious friendship. Thirdly, I achieved personal growth in Toastmaster. To be honest, I joined in Toastmaster at the end of April last year. At that time, I just became a new mom. Getting better and daily chores made me lose my self-confidence. Luckily, I met Toastmasters here. No matter how worse my speech was, they always encouraged me. Even sometimes I got a new haircut, I could also get their compliments. Gradually, I became more and more confident. I also need to thank my mentor, Lily. She's just like a tower to light my journey in Toastmaster. Because of her encouragement, I started to make some speeches. During this preparation, I collect a lot of different English materials. And besides, I came to table topic session frequently. Gradually, my English ability has been improved. To my surprise, I got a prize in a Toastmaster contest. Besides, because of Lily's encouragement, I became a president. And in this present journey, I know how to set a good example for others. I know how to lead our officer team to build our club better. And I know the meaning of serving others means serving ourselves. I'm just only halfway in Toastmaster, and I cherish this opportunity very much. I'm looking forward to meeting more interesting people and things. I love Toastmaster. Thank you. That's it. Hello.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona Lin, for your speech. I love Toastmaster. Certainly, I also love Toastmaster. And I feel that I thought I was the only one suffering from this. I'm also a president of a Singapore club called Whampoa Toastmaster Club. And we also face the same similar issues. But then again, Toastmaster is a platform whereby you can get a lot of support and ideas and mentor and inspiration from this international network. So we don't have to feel alone. Reach out and the universe will help you. So that was a good speech, thank you. And we will move on to our next speaker. Now, next speaker is Toastmaster Raj Bharat from TCS Mumbai Toastmaster Club. Give me a minute. And Raj will be presenting from Presentation Mastery Path Project Level 5, Prepare to Speak Professionally. So let us welcome Evaluator his evaluator, GPM Mr. Lam, to present the project purpose. Over to you, GPM Patricia.
Thank you, Alicia. Can you hear me? Hi, Raj. Please prepare a speech professionally. The purpose is to present a keynote style speech exemplifying a professional level speaker's point of view or message in a style that supports the speech content. Good luck. Back to you.
Hello, am I audible?
Hold on. Timing sequence is what? 18 to 22 minutes, right?
I'd like to welcome Toastmaster Raj, and his speech title is The Power of Belief. The Power of Belief. All right, back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. The belief is a strong platform which drives us. Belief is a strong support. Belief is a strong aspect which support us every time. Belief is the word which leads us, which drive us from wherever we are to at higher position, to where we want to lead. Those who fails with multiple attempts again and again and again, belief is only one factor. Because of that, they get drive, they move forward. If someone have belief that things will not work, things have to work, things will must work, and this is the faith that drives us, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I would like to perform some small activity. To all of you, could you please close your eyes, everyone, and think what I would like to say to all. Think that you were in the childhood days. Observe when you was born. Observe when you were with your parents in the childhood. You were trying to speak. You were trying to walk. You were trying to go to school in the childhood days. You were trying to make the friends in the school. You were trying to pass the examination. You used to face challenges. Imagine that whatever you wished for, you got. Imagine you passed the board examination. Imagine you passed the examination and your parents give your favorite gift. Imagine that you met with your best friend. Imagine that you met with your life partner. Imagine the best moment of your life. Imagine what were the one thing which drove you and made you believe that wherever you are standing today, I want to thank them. Imagine how happy you are. Thank to the person, maybe one person, maybe many persons who made you believe that you can do something, you can achieve something, you want to reach, you will go there definitely wherever you want to go. I would like to request now open your eyes now. Does anyone of you notice or remember of any incident which made you believe more and more better? Would you like to share anyone of you? Which made you believe stronger and stronger and stronger, which helped you to move forward in your life. Anyone would like to share? I will request Alicia to unmute the button so that if someone would like to share, then he or she can. Okay. Let me start with my story. I was born in a small village where there were no electricity. There were hardly a school to survive for. People used to struggle for daily life, for daily basis to survive. Somehow, my parents did a lot for me and they helped me to move forward. When I was in a school, I had no electricity at my home. I used to study with the candle lights, with the lamp. There were no electricity. I used to struggle to whom should I speak these challenges, even in the childhood days. But time passed. Whatever problem I used to have, whenever I used to feel challenges, I used to pray to the gods. And probably because of my mother, because of my parents, they used to support me so much that I developed the faith in the God. Somehow it happened, whatever bad thing I used to feel, I used to go to the temples, I used to pray to the gods, and probably I used to accept whatever I asked for with the God, I used to receive. Such a strong faith got developed into me. Later, when I was in the 12th, when I passed the 12th examination, and I was preparing for the engineering examination for the entrance, and that small village was so small that there were no connectivity. For one of the posts, I applied for the examination and I could not receive the admit card. I was worried how it will happen, because if I will not receive the admit card, how will I will appear for the examination? How will I move forward then? Simply, I prayed to the God, and probably He listened my wishes, and admit card came to my home with the one of the postman. In this way, my belief on the God started increasing. As time passed, I wanted to study in one of the big engineering college of the India. India has IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, for the engineering entrance examination. But I couldn't achieve that. I couldn't went to there because I couldn't secure that better marks. But I prayed to the God. I prayed to that if I will get the chance to study in this particular college, just I have to pray. I don't know why it happened, how it happened, but I achieved there. I just used to study hard. I just achieved. I just used to reach, study, prepare in this way that I want to achieve that. I want to go admission in that college. This way, once it was the year of 2008 when I was preparing for the engineering entrance examination, and I went there, and my admission happened there in that college. So again, the belief factor drove me here, because in my parents, in my family, in my relatives, in my friends, there were not much who could help me in this aspect. I was all alone and I was just dependent on the higher side. Again, when I went to the college in the engineering days, it was a new place for me. I used to struggle. I had no friends there because it was an entirely different city to me. I was not able to understand their language even, because they were not speaking in the English. They were speaking their local language. But somehow I sustained, I moved forward, I learned and moved forward, and I passed the engineering stage examination. Now, one of the big dreams which I had to receive the graduate certificate from the chancellor of the university. This was a dream which drove me to study further and further, and I became engineering graduate. After that, when I joined the organization to work, so I was new in the organization, and I started working there. Time came when I had to attend the convocation ceremony of my university, and I asked for the leave to my manager in my office that I have to attend the convocation ceremony to my college, and that college and my workplace are much far, around 2,000 kilometers it is, and I had to take leave from the office. But my manager did not approve that leave, because she said, you are new to the organization, you have to stick to the here, you have to follow the company rule, you will not get the leave. And that was the one dream which hurted me most, because it was a dream for me to get the convocation, to attend the convocation, to get the certificate from the chancellor of the university, but it couldn't fulfill for me. Although belief of the becoming the engineering graduate completed, but that belief, that dream remained unfulfilled. And I condemned to that manager why he didn't approve my leave there. But again, I had believed that she will approve my leave, but it couldn't happen. Time passed, I moved forward. There were another incident. I was working in the organization, in the same organization, in the same team, and I had a dream to go to the on-site opportunity, to the on-site clients, to the work location, because most of the projects where I work in India is Indian project, and I wanted to work to the other countries' projects to higher levels. So I used to work like a lot of hard work I used to do. I used to give extra time at the work office. And I was very sure that I will achieve whatever I want. And once a time came for my visa initiation in my office, and at that time, by the time of appraisal in the office, and during the appraisal, I was so shocked, I got so surprised that I had good rating. I did give me good rating in the appraisal, but there is a performance band of annual, and she gave me band like they had no meaning. It could deteriorate my career. I was very shocked at that time because I was looking to higher opportunities after that appraisal, but the thing which happened, I got to the lower side. I was really frustrated at that time. I tried to speak to the manager, to the team lead, to the HR of the organization, but they were not able to listen me. They said, whatever has been done to you, they have to, now you have to come up with that. And I was really frustrated that time, what to do, what not to do. Time passed, I used to struggle by myself only. There were another incident. My organization had such option that during the work, if someone want to do higher study, they can. I got this opportunity that this organization had tied up with another company who is to offer the engineering, who is to offer the postgraduate program, and I applied for that. And I was very happy that I will go for that. It will not impact my work activity on the 5 days. It will have the plan of the 2 days weekend program. But the project did not approve this to me. And I was again felt very bad. I thought there is no any harm by the manager or supervisor if they approve for me, because it will help me to move higher. It will help me to move further. Here, my belief, my faith on the manager and supervisor, I started decreasing. I started deteriorating. How they can do that? How they can save the career to me? But I had no option. I had to move forward, and time passed. I moved forward. One of the incidents, there are many incidents which I felt at the organization. One of the incidents I would like to share again is that at workplace, I give my 200% to whatever work get assigned to me, but it doesn't get appreciated by our supervisor. He or she finds out one point which has been bad. He or she does not look for the things. 99% has been good, only one thing has been bad. In this case, if supervisor say someone that your work has not been this good, they cause a negative impact. It causes a negative impact. It loses the belief. It loses the confidence. That thing I wanted to say to them, and I said them that if you do not identify the negative aspects, identify the positive aspects, and help them to motivate them to move forward, it will help that person more to move higher and further and further. It will not harm them in the negative aspects. So whatever I have learned, that if you have belief, either on self-belief, either on any belief by any person, any friends, any relatives, you're at workplace, at your colleagues, at your boss, it helps you to motivate yourself, and you feel motivated your belief, your self-confidence got increased. And in this way, you become capable, you become better person to achieve anything what you want. I would like to share few points which helps us to higher the belief. Because if we have a strong belief, it helps us. There is a quote that belief helps us to move the mountain. Beliefs gives us victory over the defeat. And if we have belief system strong, we can achieve whatever we want. And we can conclude the world. Over to you, Timon. Over to you, Alicia, Toastmaster of the Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. Yes, I certainly agree with you. The power of belief is very important.
Yeah.
The mind will control the body. So with power of belief, don't let your body control you. Okay, next up, we have our next speaker, Toastmaster Peter Ng. Peter, are you there? Peter Ng. Toastmaster Peter Ng is from Singapore. He will be presenting on the facilitating discussion, advanced menu, project 1, the panel moderator.
Hey,
so I would like to invite.
Wait, hang on. Toastmaster, because of a certain urgent work requirement, I did not prepare enough for the speech. So can you pass it on to the next speaker, please? Can we move on?
All right. Then,
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Now, we'll move on to the next speaker, Toastmaster C.C. Vakana Chaudhry. Toastmaster Vakana is from Raffles at Mountbatten, Singapore Toastmaster Club. And he lives in the moment. He will be embarking on this project, advanced project, speeches by management, project 5, delivering bad news. And let us have his evaluator, just give me a minute. Toastmaster Ella Chen to present the project objectives. Back to you, Toastmaster Ella Chen.
Thank you, Alicia. For Vakana, today's speech is about management number 5. The purpose of his speech is to delivering bad news. She has the opinion of organizing 5 to 7 minute speech to deliver bad news to a group or to a role play scenario, delivering bad news to an individual. So back to Alicia and good luck to our speaker. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ella. Toastmaster Vakana's speech title is The Sun is Setting. The Sun is Setting. Back to you, Toastmaster Vakana.
Alicia, thank you for the great introduction. Can you just set the stage for me, which I'd sent to you earlier on, or I can set the stage myself, but I don't want it to count towards my timing.
Yes, you can set the stage.
Okay, just to let everybody know, whoever's on this call, that you guys are actually in attendance to a company meeting which is going on. So it's the afternoon, it's the quarterly meeting which takes place every quarter, which most of you guys are very familiar with. So as a group, we've all come together and we are meeting, and I will be presenting a speech to all the employees who are on this call. So if I can have the timer just get ready. Good afternoon, everyone. I remember standing in front of you 5 years ago. We had our first quarter meeting right after when the company was officially formed. I know initially we worked as a startup where we did not have a formal organization. And the path we have chosen has been a learning experience with a lot of twists and turns. This is the feedback which you guys have given me in your yearly report, saying we have enjoyed our time at the company, but it's been a challenging one. When I met with each of you at the hiring process, the company vision was clear and in line with what you wanted to do as an entity, or what we wanted to do as an entity. The first 2 years, we saw phenomenal growth. The growth was faster than what we had expected. Our farmers were happy. We were all able to get them a better price of their crops than what they were getting in the local market or in the surrounding cities. The following months taught us how quickly things can change. When one of our existing clients, which was actually in another country, went through a change of import duty. In fact, we went through a jump of 25% import duty. Yes, that was a blow to us. But as we had several other countries in line, it did not falter us too long. We bounced back very quickly. Our next blow came to us when we were exporting to another country, which was India, and they decided to demonetize the money. So when they demonetized their currency, if you recall, most of our research team was in India during that time. And what a journey was it for them and for all of us who were based in different offices, trying to support them, trying to get them in. We have suffered a couple of simultaneous blows during our third and fourth year. We changed our strategy, which helped to get where we are today. Our customers were happy with our products and our service which we have been providing. It's all of you who are behind the scenes, who have worked tirelessly for the same goal, which have helped us get to where we are. From July of last year, we had started sending you for training courses, more so because we had started going through a slow time period. The purpose of the training was two-pronged: acquire new skills so that you can be moved to a new role if the company changes direction, or get ready to look for a new job if we find that this is no longer going to be sustainable. In December, when we had the fourth quarter meeting, I had mentioned to you that we were in talks with a few companies and individuals. These talks were for joining another company or for a buyout. Our sales team has been working diligently to acquire new clients, but even though they bring on new clients, we will not be able to stay afloat. We had gone through this situation in the middle of the third year. If you recall, it was a last-minute loan which helped us stay afloat. Here we are, nearly 5 years down the road. The morale of the company has been high. Not one of you has abandoned ship after the training or after all the problems we have encountered. Even though all of you had voted to work with no pay for 2 weeks in December, the management committee decided to overrule that and pay you. Each of you have faith in the company and in the employees you work with. You believe they are working for the same goal as so are you. I have never felt prouder to work with such people. But as time has come, just like each day the sun sets and brings the day to a close, we as a group have decided to close the company by the end of this month. We are well aware that this is not the best time with the COVID-19 situation. We as a company will cover health insurance for 6 months. We as a group will not be meeting again. Please take this opportunity to say goodbye to your fellow workers as you eat and drink after the meeting. As always, my office door will always remain open. I wish all of you the best for your future endeavors. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikana. Your title, The Sun is Setting. Yes, the sun is setting. In life, the sun rises and the sun sets. So, there's no difference. It's part of life. And the best we can do is to prepare, because the sun always rises and the sun always sets. We can't freeze, but we have to keep living and do the best we can. So now let us proceed to our next speaker. The next speaker, Chindambaram Minashi, is unable to attend, as she has some urgent personal matters. So we'll move on to our last speaker, Toastmaster Ponita. Toastmaster Ponita is from Singapore. She's an area director as well. And today she'll be embarking on her project. Just give me a minute. On the advanced manual, Specialty Speeches Project 4, Read Out Loud. So let's invite her evaluator, Toastmaster DTM Aaron Leong. Aaron Leong, are you able to read out the evaluation or the project objectives, or do you want me to read out for you? Okay, silence means agreement. So I will read out the project objectives for Ponita's speech.
Alicia, Aaron is out of the...
Aaron is out, yeah, correct.
Yes, he's out of here already. Battery pack.
Okay. Someone else will do his evaluation, right?
Yeah.
So do I have to pass the evaluation guide to them?
Yes, please.
Willie, could you please send me the number of the person who's evaluating so I can send, or if you can send it, please?
Rush, can you be the evaluator for Punita?
Hello.
Hi, Rush, can you be the evaluator for Punita for her project?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I will forward you the evaluator form.
Could you please, I'm not able to connect your voice. I have project detail, I could be.
I forward to you, give me a minute.
Hello, Willie, your voice is breaking, so I'm not able to get you, your words. Could you please send the on my WhatsApp?
I have sent it to you already.
Okay, let me check, yeah. Or just so, yeah. I would be, yeah, just a second. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hi. Yeah. Would you like me to read the speech objective first of all?
Yes, please. Yes,
Sure.
please proceed.
Sure. Just yeah. Okay. The speaker Punita would be. The speech objective is reading out loud. Timing. What is the timing for this? How much timing required? It is not mentioned here. Oh, sorry.
Minutes.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The purpose of the project is for the speaker to present an interpretive reading of 12 to 15 minutes from a literary work, making effective use of voice, rhythm, and body movement. The speaker should create an auditory and visual experience for the audience in addition to your verbal evaluation. Please write answers to the questions below. I wish the speaker all the best. Timer, please know time is 12 to 15 minutes. 12-minute green card, 13 minute, 13 minute, 30-second yellow card, and 15-minute red card. Over to you.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Raj. Now let's welcome Toastmaster Punita, ACS ALS, with her speech, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Change your thoughts, change your life. Back to you, Toastmaster Punita.
Madam Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. Today, I will be reading from one of my favorite writers, Dr. Wayne Dyer. His book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. It has really impacted my life and my thinking a lot. And today I would like to share this with you. He has written many books and he was one of a very well-known spiritual leaders in the Western worlds. I will start by reading the preface, giving a little background of what he has written. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. George Bernard Shaw. Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life is the end product of my year-long journey of research, contemplation, and applications of the Tao Te Ching, a book of wisdom that's been translated more than any volume in the world, with the exception of Bible. Many scholars consider this Chinese classic the ultimate discourse on the nature of existence, and it continues to be a valuable resource for achieving a way of life that guarantees integrity, joy, peace, and balance. I recently read about someone who overcame life-threatening addictive behavior by reading and rereading the 81 verses of this ancient text. Just imagine. In fewer than 100 short passages, it describes a way of living that's balanced, moral, and spiritual, and that works for all the facets of life on earth. Legends tells us that Tao Te Ching was authored by Lao Tzu, a prophet, who was also the keeper of the imperial archives in the ancient capital of Luoyang. Seeing the continual decay during a period of warring states, Lao Tzu decided to ride westward into the desert. At the Hankou Pass, a gatekeeper named Yin Se, knowing the Lao Tzu's reputation for being a man of wisdom, begged him to record the essence of his teaching. Thus, the Tao Te Ching was born out of 5,000 Chinese characters. In all my readings on the origins of the Tao Te Ching, I never found a definitive historical record of its writing. Yet, Today, it survives in thousands of versions in virtually every language. In fact, after reading this classic text one morning and then taking in a different interpretation that afternoon, I was hooked. I ordered more translations, 5 of which were quite old, and 5 of which were more modern. You will find these titles in the acknowledgements. Since neither Lao Tzu nor the origins of his verses are historically certain, I was fascinated by the different ways the 5,000 characters were interpreted by scholars in the edition I studied, especially when you consider that many of these ancient Chinese symbols are no longer in use and invite different translations themselves. I then felt called upon to write an essay for each verse that showed its valuable wisdom applied to the 21st century. For these 10 translations I'd gone over, I pieced together the 81 passages in Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, based on how they resonated with me. This book is my personal interpretation of the Tao Te Ching, each verse of which gave me an insight into the life and nature. As you read on, know that these pages were pasted together from what I personally felt were the most useful aspect of those 10 different translations I studied. And I apologize for any exclusions, or if the inclusions don't seem to be a perfect fit. With this introduction, I am going to read the first chapter, which is the first verse and the description by Dr. Wayne Dyer. First verse. The Tao that cannot be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that cannot be named is not the eternal name. The Tao is both named and nameless. As nameless, it is the origin of all things. As named, it is the mother of all 10,000 things. Ever desireless, one can see mysteries. Ever desiring, one sees only the manifestations. And the mystery itself is the doorway to all the understandings. Living the mystery. In this opening verse of Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu tells us that the Tao is both named and nameless. This sounds paradoxical to our Western intellect, and it is. Paradoxical thinking is embedded in Eastern concepts, such as yin and yang, feminine and masculine, where things are comfortably described as both this and that. We in the West, by contrast, tend to view opposites as incompatible concepts that contradict each other. Yet this book is asking that we change our ingrained ways of thinking and see how our lives change as a result. The Tao is unknowable, unseeable realm where everything originates, while at the same time, the Tao is invisibly within everything. When we desire to see this invisibleness, mystery, we attempt to define it in terms of outer worlds or forms that Lao Tzu calls the 10,000 things. He counsels us that letting go of trying to see the mystery will actually allow us to see it. Or, as I think of it, let go and let God. But how can we do that? One way is to permit ourselves to practice more paradoxical thinking by recognizing that desiring, wanting, and desireless, allowing, are different and the same. rather like the mysterious ends of a continuum. Desiring is the physical expression of creating conditions that allow us to be receptive. That is, it's in the world preparation for receiving. According to Lao Tzu, wanting to know or see the mysteries of the Tao will reveal evidence of it in a variety of manifestation, but not the mystery itself. But this isn't a dead end. From this ground of desiring, the flowering of the mysterious Tao grows. It's as if wanting transforms into effortless allowing. Desiring, one sees manifestation. Desireless, one can see the mystery itself. When we tune in to what Lao Tzu is telling us, it becomes readily apparent that our world produces abundant examples of this paradoxical process. Think of gardening and desiring those luscious homegrown tomatoes or spring daffodils. Allowing them to grow is ultimately what happens. Now think of the things in life that involves wanting and how they differ from allowing. Wanting to go to sleep, for instance, rather than going to sleep. Wanting to diet rather than dieting. Wanting to love rather than loving. In this reference to the Tao, desireless means trusting, permitting, and allowing. Desire is both the beginning and the ground of desirelessness. Yet wanting is also the beginning and the ground of allowing. They are the same and they are different. Pay attention to times when you feel in your body where you are in the continuum between desiring and allowing, or trying and doing. Trying to play a piano, driving a car, or riding a bicycle is the same and different from actually playing the piano, driving a car, and riding the bicycle. Once those outer world activities are desired and learned, there is a time when allowing is what you do. The point here is to recognize the difference in your body between trying and allowing, and to go then become aware of the effortless sensation of the latter. This practice will also lead to a greater awareness of the invisible mystery and the 10,000 things, which are the visible phenomena of our world. The 10,000 things that Lao Tzu refers to represents the categorized, classified, scientifically named objects of the earth, which help us communicate and identify that we are talking and thinking about. Yet for all our technological expertise and scientific categorization, we can never truly create a human eye or liver, or even a grain of wheat for that matter. Each of these things, along with the remainder that comprises the known or named world, emerge from the mystery, the eternal Tao. Just as the world is not its named parts, we are not exclusive with the skin, bone, river of fluid that we are physically made of. We too are the eternal Tao, invisibly animating our tongues to speak, our ears to hear, eyes to see, and experience the manifestation and the mysteries. Consciously allowing this nameless mystery is ultimately the way to practice the Tao. Does that mean putting yourself in the harm's way? Of course not. Does that mean trusting the mystery at the moment you are being mugged or mistreated? Probably not. Does it mean never trying to change things? No. It does mean cultivating a practice of being in the mystery and allowing it to flow through you unimpeded. It means permitting the paradox of being in the form at the same time that you allow the mysteries to unfold. Do the Tao. Find your personal ways of living in the mystery, as Lao Tzu says in this first verse. And the mystery itself is the doorway to all the understanding. Here's my advice for translating this passage into daily practice in this 21st century. First and foremost, enjoy the mystery. Let the world unfold without always attempting to figure out. Let relationship just be. For example, since everything is going to stretch out in divine order, don't try hard to make something work. Simply allow. Don't always toil at trying to understand your mate, your children, your parents, your boss, or anyone else, because the Tao is working at all times. When expectations are shattered, practice allowing that to be the way it is. Relax, let go, allow, and recognize that some of your desires are about how you think world should be rather than how it is in that moment. Become an astute observer. Judge less and listen more. Take time to open your mind to the fascinating mysteries and uncertainties that we all experience. Practice letting go of always naming and labeling. That is his second way of practicing Tao. With that, I will give the podium back to Madam Toastmaster, Alicia. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Punita. That was a wonderful speech. And I certainly agree with you. Thoughts. What's the title of the speech? Okay. Certainly agree with you that change your thoughts, change your life. Now we have come to the end of the first segment of the speech marathon. And so we'd like to invite our timer, Toastmaster DTM Shanshan, to let us know the timing. Can us have the timing report? It's all in the chat group. And let's proceed to
coming up
vote.
Coming up the chat. Give me a moment.
Okay. The timing can be read in the chat group.
Okay, but if you want a comprehensive report, total Grace is 5 minutes 07. Ronco is 6 minutes 29. Yolanda 6 minutes. Fiona 6 minutes 33. Ella is 7 minutes 26. Raj is 17 minutes 08. Vikana is 5 minutes 54. And Punita is 15 minutes 07.
Thank you, ETM Shanshan. All right, with that comprehensive timing report, let's all continue to vote for the best speaker.
We need more people. We have 20 people and only 18% voted. So more people, please.
Please vote.
Forty-three percent voted.
May I have the voting ballot again, please?
Sorry?
I'm not sure where to vote.
Right, you will see that there is the voting that is on your screen now. The polls.
Oh, right. I see it.
Yep.
Okay, great. Please vote.
51%, 50%. Come on.
%56 voted. We just give one more minute. Perhaps we have a lot of co-hosts.
Are the speakers listed in the order they spoke?
Yes, some speakers did not come due to some reason. So anybody still wants to vote some more? I'll give another. I think most people have voted.
Alicia, close the
So
vote.
I'd like to announce, yeah, our end the voting. And the winner, I'd like to announce the winner for the best prepared speech is Toastmaster Rongao with 40% of the votes. And that's for the group 1. And for group 2, we have Toastmaster Ponita from Singapore. Let's give them a round of applause.
Alicia, Punita is the winner. Alicia is the winner.
All
Punita is the winner.
Bonita is the winner. Okay, I thought I was supposed to separate.
No, because there's no enough space already.
Oh, I see. No worries, no worries. Bonita is the winner. In second place is Dr. Rong Kao. And I have gotten some feedback that we need to have a break. This is also quite long. So we will give, is 5 minutes all right with everybody? You can unmute yourself.
Okay.
If 5 minutes is all right, now it's 4:30. Let's be back by 4:35.